Good afternoon. This week we've had the vets come to visit Annie and Mabel, the goats, just check up and worming. We've also got quite a lot of progress on the land and what we're getting on with, as you'll see further in the film, and maybe a bit of a clue just behind me here. So to see exactly what's going on, come along and watch us.
To Prigozhin and Wagner Group, and will they do something inside Ukraine? Like, again, I'm not going to speculate. Obviously, Wagner Group.
Let's go get on there. So today we've got the vet come to check up on Mabel and Danny, worm them if necessary. I don't know whether he's okay with the filming, so I'll check first. If I do that.
Yeah. So we're just going to tether the goats just for a few minutes while the vet comes to vaccinate them and deworm them.
I'll bring them to the shade.
Just popping them in the shade so it's a little bit more comfortable for them.
Nope.
Yeah, Mabel's found a tasty treat.
It's my plum tree. And the plums are low enough for it to reach.
Yeah, we need to get all these trees trimmed back.
Just eating the plums.
You're letting them.
You're enjoying that, Mabel? Oh, there's plenty of fruit. I'm not too worried.
Biovina S serve para as pneumonias, and disease intestinal.
Okay.
And desparasitação.
Okay.
Tá bom? 6 and 6 months.
Okay.
To time.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, she was happy with that. See, that wasn't bad. No, that wasn't bad at all, baby. And that was fine.
She's a cry baby.
See, you're okay.
Very good.
Mabel,
Very well.
cry baby.
Tá feito. Tá bem?
And
Ok.
okay. Okay.
Convém vocês verem. Isto está podre. Tá? Tirar. Não faz bolo. Ok. O animal anda pouco. Como anda pouco, não desgasta muito o casco. Ok? Quando andam muito, desgastam. Não é preciso fazer isso. Todo esse isto aqui tem que ser cortado. Tem que ser cortado, temos que cortar, senão acumula-se aqui porcarias, bactérias, e leva depois aqui infecções, nomeadamente aqui a pieiras, tá? E é bastante desconfortável, estão a ver? Toda essa parte tem que ir fora. E esta aqui é igual, fazemos igual. Sapatas novas. Vemos as de trás, em princípio as de trás não é preciso tanto. Mas também, olha, aqui também já está a precisar, ok?
Sim.
Pois. Ok, tudo isto tem que ir fora.
Good girl, Annie. Good girl. You're going to be all nice now. Yeah, but you've got nice feet. Nice feet. And you've had your wormers and everything. You might start and put a bit of weight on now.
That's great.
I'm just having a wander around the land and just seeing what we've got fruit wise coming. Figs, we seem to have quite a lot on these bush, but obviously none of them are ready yet. There's a lot of little ones in there. So we have 3, 4 fig trees and they all seem to be fruiting quite well. But obviously nothing's ready as yet on them. And then this I believe is a plum tree. Here's one red one right up there. And it's also full of grapes. So this fig looks about ready. It was fairly squashy, you can see. But then when I've opened it, I'm actually sure it's ripe yet. Just 1 or 2 going purple. This tree is a little bit awkward to get into because it has got a lot of brambles and things in it. See, although they're small, they have darkened off quite a lot. There's a big one there. So I'll come down a bit later and with Debbie and try a few of these. So, because I've been having a few problems with the other strimmer, I decided it was time I had a new one. It's not as good quality. The other one was a Husqvarna. This one's a bigger CC, it's a lot more power, so hopefully it will do the same sort of job. It comes with quite a few bits and bobs. Strimmer head, blade, brush cutter. It comes with a 3-bladed one. I've checked that just to see what was in it. Also new measuring jug, which is always helpful, saves guessing, and some tools. The strimmer head is tap and twist one, you know, you tap it down the floor and it feeds out, but we actually bought this one a while back for the Husqvarna, which take a lot thicker cable. It's easier to change, to be honest. You just undo a screw in the middle, pop these out, but with them being thicker cord they last a lot longer. I did find with the Husqvarna that because of the size of the cables it sort of didn't spin as fast. There's a lot of drag on it, so hopefully this will power them. Also got a grease nipple there so I can grease it easier. Yeah, I did have to put it together. It come without the shield and the handlebars. I was a bit surprised about them. They come in 2 parts, so it's split in the middle. But that does allow to change the angle of the handles separately, which may make it a little more comfortable. The mount for the harness is movable, so yeah. Mine was just on the Husqvarna, it was just fixed with a swivel. It don't look a bad thing. It's, you know, seems alright. It's got a much bigger fuel tank, but there again it's bigger CC, so it might need it. And it did come with a harness, but to be honest my harness is far better than that one, so I won't be using that. But it's there just in case of emergencies, so I'll be packing that up tidy, put that away somewhere. And it's a bit late now to give it a test, but yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a bit of testing. So we'll see how we do later. So the builders have turned up today and we're in absolute chaos already. They're actually taking out more than what we thought first thing this morning. So they're going to take this wall out, that wall out, and they're already started on the roof at the other side. So yeah, we've ended up with quite a few cars here which need moving about and what have you, so yeah, we'll see how we go. It's certainly making a start straight away, which is really good. So I'll just show you some of this morning's progress already. All down the patio points already down. It's got bigger points so the sun gets it. We've set the blind down, the sunshade down. Sun has, and as you can see, it's already doing the roof. I've got most of the other side stripped. Certainly going to be a bit of a mud bath, but this is where things happen. It's cleared all the wall back that way. Good to put white grass really. That's the way it goes.
What? I'm running out to tell you there, guys.
I can see. Team on the way. So as you can probably see, things are going along quite nicely. The roofs are off completely on early roses and they're starting to come off on the barn. Most of the patio and what have you, what was there, walls and such like have come down, and also the wall near the bathroom. As we said before, it was only going to be a when I built that gate, it was only going to be temporary because the wall was coming down a little bit earlier than what I wanted, but we can still make a fence there at some point, that's no problem. Yeah, otherwise everything seems to be going quite well at the moment. One or two snags, I'll just point one of them out as we go back. It's one of the main ones at the moment. They've found some electric and some water pipes. We knew there's some water pipes here, but we didn't know exactly where they ran. But now we've got a good idea. So as you can see, the roof's come off quite nicely. I'm just running the wire through, so I'll just come to check to see whether it's okay. So I've really done a good job today. Got all the roof off Ellie Roses and most of the barn. So as you can see, most of the barn roof's off now. Still a bit up that side. If you can see that, it's a bit bright there. So as you can probably see, they're well on the way up here. They've got most of the, well, this is Ellie Rose's house. They've got nearly all of this down. That's the wall that the other builder did. Gap's not very good in between, but yeah, we'll see. And they've got all this roof off that barn. Everything off the other side apart from the main beam, and as you can see down near the bottom they've got that mainly stripped. All these walls are going to have to be rebuilt and the ring beam put on. That lump there down at the bottom is the bread oven. So yeah, they're getting on with the job, which is good to see. There's a lot of muck and rubble about, which you'd expect, and there's an awful lot of wood. Big beam down there. We'll find some use for that, I'm sure. We'd need to find some way of putting the wire to the pump. We need to find some way of putting that up because the tree's rotten, so something like this will maybe do the job. And then we have this beam. As you can see, it's quite badly split. The other side's even worse. As you can see, it's starting to lift on it. It's bits and bobs. So yeah, they're all getting replaced anyway, so then at least we know where we are. Oop. So while I've been doing inside the roof, we've found this snake skin. Obviously, snakes shed it. Looks like it's been quite a big one. Yeah, 2.5 foot maybe. No, 1.5 foot. And 2 foot probably, 600 mil.
It does curl up quite a bit as well when the snakes shed it. So. Yeah. It's an even bigger snake than that.
So yeah, it's something different to see. Oh, so as I've been walking around, I've found another 2 pieces. Yeah, I ain't sure which bit's the head and which bit's the tail, but that looks tail end.
That might be tail end.
So I would think this end would probably be the head end.
These larger scales are your breast scales, so these are all down the chest.
Yeah, well they're all the way down there anyway.
Yeah.
But I meant the size of the sort of wrap around.
Yeah.
They've been a fair odd thing. Anyway, let's hope we don't find the snake what it belongs to. So as you can probably see, our muck pile keeps getting higher and higher and bigger. We've also got some more sand and gravel now, and some more blocks, some more sand and cement, and as you can see there's a lot of blocks there been delivered this morning. We're getting on quite well with it. So I've missed it, but the lads have got all the big beams down. Some are really heavy, really big. Yeah, you can see some quite big ones. We're quite a tip at the moment, and will be for a long while. As you can see now, we're getting an idea of how we look. So all this roof is going the same height, so it'll be the same as our cottage, which is where it just turns white at the top over there in the distance. And that'll be brought along all the way across all these barns and up there. Obviously going to build a ring beam and everything to go on there. It'll be re-roofed in tiles. So they're just starting to dig out, or they have been digging out today. This is the hole what's going to bring the drainage pipes into the bathroom. The floor's going high, so it only needs a hole under the wall, and then the the floor is coming up to nearly the step height there. So there's plenty of room there to bury the pipes later. And that's the hole into it, so the drains are going down there and all the way down the land to the tank. This hole's been dug out for a post, and there will be another one dug out later. So this was the barn what the other builder started on. Everything's out now all the way around. Nellie Rose's beams are all down. So this is the Adega. It's always had a mezzanine, thank you, mezzanine floor, which was full of all sorts of rubbish. So they've taken that down, also the ceiling and obviously all the beamwork. As you can see, that wall is higher than that wall. It's all going to be built up to the same level. Yeah, quite a lot of mess on the floor, as you can probably see. But, you know, this is how the build goes. This is a lot of wood what's obviously come out of the buildings, and there's a lot more around the other side as well, I believe. Most of the rubbish what's down here now is the stuff what was in the mezzanine. So yeah, we've got more stuff to get rid of, but we expected that as they sort of pulled things out. So there isn't as much as I thought there was going to be actually, but I have moved some out of there before. Obviously that was the sort of mezzanine floor, so yeah, we've just got stuff all over now. So this track at the left of the doors to put the pipes in, which you can see there, which go to the existing bathroom. They're going to be moved and buried into there as a temporary while we get the patio down, and then when we put the permanent heating and what have you into the house, that'll be then unused. Yeah. So these are some of the beams what they've taken out, and as you can see, they've been pretty big beams. Some of them they've had to cut to get them out. As you can see, that one I've just had my hand on is part of that one what runs right across, but as you see, it's had bits and bobs fastened to it to level it and everything. So yeah, we're going to have plenty of firewood, that's for certain. This beam looks a really good one, so we'll find some use for that, I'm sure. I do want a couple of posts, big posts, so that will probably do them, and it is quite long. And we've got a stack of tiles which is in the drainage ditch at the moment, so we're going to have to clear all them out, and as you can see, we've got a load more clay tiles which will break up for the driveways. Yeah, need to get these cleared at least before we get a good rain again. Oh, there's another pile around the corner as well. So yeah, we've got plenty of tiles there to go at. So this is the old bread oven. You can see it a lot better now. It's yeah, we've got the roof off and everything, so a lot easier to see what's what. An old broom made out of broom by the look of it. A couple of tools down there, a paddle and what have you. And also, I don't know whether you can see inside the bread oven, but it looks in quite good nick. Ain't really got a light what I can show you, but oh, might have just a second. Only got a little torch, but yeah, it doesn't look bad. So we might get that sorted so we can use it. That's the room where the bathroom's going to be. That'll be Ellie Rosie's patio, and that's going to go to where the ladders are. Certainly the roof over it is. We haven't quite decided what we're going to do about the little walls and what have you. Ellie Rose said she wanted to keep them, but I don't think she realised the roof was going out that far. So maybe move them and build her another wall there. And that's like the big barn, and that's the adega. Just come up here for his Ellie Rosie's wire where it comes through the wall. Obviously if they cement the wall up, would never be able to get that wire out. I have cable tied it to the electric wire just to stop trip hazards. Everybody can see the blue easily and they'll avoid that, but the little thin white wire they might not. But what I'm going to do is put some conduit over that wire, I hope, and push the conduit through the wall a bit. This is only where it goes through the wall, and it does go through the centre of a Tajolo, through the square holes, so there should be plenty of room for this wire, for this conduit. So yeah, we'll get on and try and get the wire into the conduit, and then we'll slide it up and push it through. So, because the cable's connected at both ends and all tied up, this conduit was a solid tube. I've just split it. What I'm going to try and do is get the wire to start. I'm going to try and do is get the wire to start where I've split it, try and get it in there, and then open it up with a screwdriver and push it in as I go. So let's see how we do. So that's the general idea. If I can open it up, whether this will work or not, I don't know. If not, we'll just go to plan B, which is just open it up as we go. But, yeah, I think I need about 4 hands to do that, to be honest. It's wants to be that way really, so I can run in behind the screwdriver. It maybe worked with a wider screwdriver actually, but we'll just see as I go. Yeah, it's not a bad size actually, and it is working. Hope you can see that. Just have to try and make sure I don't pull the screwdriver out of the conduit as I'm going along. Do it a little bit at a time. Yeah, I could have done with the screwdriver a bit wider than the wire. This one's about the same size, so this screwdriver is about the same size, so yeah, it's just making it a little bit awkward. But we can go down and just ease it in, take it slowly. And I shall continue doing that until I get it all in. This seems to be a bit better way of doing it. Put the screwdriver behind it. Just have to be a little bit careful with the wire that you don't cut. But, so that's it right in, all the way along, and that bit's just to go through the wall. So the idea is that when they put a ring beam on here, that gets built into it, and I can still get my wire out when I want to, or if I need to. So things are moving on quite nicely. We've got some start of the posts built for the patio roof, and nearly all the double lining for the house walls. You can see there's a bit there to build up. Obviously I've got the fiddly bits around the taps and things like that socket you can probably see, and the tap's going to get moved. Most of the bars what were stuck out of the wall have been moved already. So yeah, they're getting on quite well. There is another post here, which they've also got part way up. So yeah, we're getting on quite nicely. Yeah, these blocks for the pillars are getting built up. They've got rebar in them, and then they've been filled with cement. So they should be strong pillars. So we're at the end of the week, and just sort of show you some of the progress what they've done. I think they've made quite a lot of progress. Obviously things slow down as they start building, but as you can see, all the roofs are off all the way along, apart from on our house, which they're going to leave while sort of one of the last things. They've done all the block work at the front of the house with insulation behind. Then up there, obviously all this will be rendered. Some pipes need moving, and some wiring needs moving. One of them's the electric company need to come and move a socket and a couple of other bits. This housing here holds the pressure vessel. I think I've shown you before for the borehole. We're having that moved, and it's going to go to the other side of the wall, so they've also put a little bit of a slab down there. We've also had some obviously insulation delivered. Got quite a lot of materials kicking about, which yeah, it's made it into a building site. I think I've already shown you they've already dug out for pipework to what's going to be the bathrooms, and that goes all the way down to the septic tank what's already there. Hopefully we'll be able to use that okay. And that's where we are so far. My wood pile which I had, which I keep clearing, as you can see, is now to the point of overflowing, and there is probably the same amount at the other side of the building as well, and there'll be even more when the house roof comes off. But I think progress wise we're doing great, or they're doing great. These pillars are going to be for the veranda roof. They built two. I think they've still got those to finish off. Just quick look, one of them's got 8 blocks, the other one's got 9, but that could be something to do with the level of the floor as well. So yeah, I haven't checked them for level or anything like that, just leave them to progress with that. As you can probably see after the sand, our rubble pile is getting higher and higher, and we're going to have to start getting rid of some of that. Some of that's a lot of soil and stuff like that, what they've scraped up. I might put in the raised beds if I can separate some from the blocks, but there is a lot of slate stones and things like that which I may take out and save, and then we'll see where we go. Some of the rubble what we had there was going to go into the adega and the barn as hardcore. We'll have to see whether I can still do that. So it's a different angle to see all this land from. Northern views. You never get to see this because obviously the roof's always been on. You can see Mabel wandering about on the land down there, and he's down there somewhere too.